the majority of the key parts of the discussion. Planner Chuck Bevelheimer was in the meeting with us, as was Administrative Assistant Gary Sparks. Let me give you a couple of numbers that I think solidify what the mayor made reference to. The National Association of Broadcasters show, which was held just a week or so ago in Las Vegas, was up 10% from previous years. And it's a show that our industry that serves that group typically goes to. The exact number of people there was 92,112. International attendees were 24,928. And Chris Parsons told us that just a week ago, while they were in Vegas, there were a group of international people in Quincy visiting this particular plant. And one of the other persons that was on the phone today, and I'm sure you've seen her name in the releases, is Terry Black. And she has made a reference to the fact that internationally, Central and South America are good markets. The Olympics are coming to London. The World Cup is going to Brazil, and the Middle East is an extremely hot marketplace. Things do stumble, things do tumble, but she was very positive with what was happening. Let me just reiterate, as the mayor said, they have orders in-house, which is going to provide security for the employees that are there. This morning, when I brought a very brief release to Amy Luton, I mentioned the good news she had yesterday, and here we go to have to deal with something like this. And when I did a couple of interviews today, all I could think about was the next 2, 4, 6, or 8 weeks. And do we do this? Do we try that? Do we go in this direction, or where do we go? Well, the telephone call made it a whole lot easier for us. And again, Mr. Parsons was as candid as I think anybody could be under the circumstances. A couple of other things they made reference to is that Quincy is a very good asset on their books. Even though they want out of this particular type of business, they were very, very positive about that. And again, as John said, when the news broke this morning, phone calls, emails, people literally knocking on their doors. They talk about the site here as a beautiful campus, and for those of you who may not be able to have ever had a chance to see that campus from the sky, Megan pulled this off of GIS for us, and you may want to come up here afterward and take a look at it and see what the two buildings really look like. The buildings are in wonderful shape. The equipment internally is far from dated. Their concerns about going forward are very, very minimal. They expect to be extraordinarily busy in talking with people about the particular site. And so they then finally closed with mentioning the number of different types of equipment that they put out and the various power that this type of equipment is used for, or has to drive it. And I think if you've ever been in any of our television stations within this area and you look at this TV station, the equipment as you walk by, you would in fact see for the Harris name there. So it's going to be different. It's going to be somebody else. But I think the very good news is we're more than halfway toward a great opportunity, and that doesn't typically happen under this type of situation.